Good afternoon. I'm Mat Tidwell with the Landrum Area Fire and Rescue District. I'm in charge of the pre-fire plans inspections as the fire marshal. Today we're going to be doing a pre-fire plan of Wood Creek Dental Office. It is a medium-sized structure in our area. And pre-fire plans, we come out and take measurements and data and log it into a system called emergency reporting. This is a sheet I'm going to be reading from. We've already actually completed the pre-fire plan, but we look for number of floors. Is there a basement present? Building height, fire load, what's inside? What do you have as a business owner that is very valuable to you that you want to protect? So, you know, where is your filing cabinets? Where is your computers? Stuff that we document. Do we have fire sprinklers? And like I said, I'm reading from the sheet. Square footage, so what's our square footage? And having square footage means a lot for gallons per minute that's needed to be flowed. This one is 3,800 square feet. If this building was 100% involved, we would need 1,669 gallons per minute to extinguish this fire. So that's something we look at. It's a very valuable tool for us. So if you break it down to 75%, 50%, 25%, the gallons per minute decrease. Then we're looking for, do we have a fire alarm that's in this structure? This one's been noted on the B side, interior closet. Master key location, a Knox box, the little brown box you see on the outside of buildings. To my right, there is one here. So we have a key in our apparatus that we keep that's coded to our district only, that we roll up and we can get the key out of the Knox box. That is a benefit to you as a business owner, having that to where we can gain access without tearing a door out, a window out. We can get in rather quickly. Time occupied. Sounds crazy, but you know, we need to know that. How many people are inside the structure at the time? This is a dentist's office. Their busy time is 7:30 in the morning to 5 o'clock in the evening. They do have a lunch hour, but there's still patients and staff still in. So it gives us an idea of what time are we responding to your business on what we need to be looking for. Gas shutoff, LP gas or natural gas shutoff. This one's located on the B side, C side corner, and I'll explain a little bit of that to you as we go on. Electrical panel, where can we go isolate the power to the structure without having to pull the meter on the exterior of the building? And then access problems. What kind of doors do we have? Do we have metal doors, wood frame doors? Ventilation problems, we're looking for that. Roof type structure, roof construction, pre-plan notes. You know, do we have some things that we need to notate as far as structures on either side of the building or behind the building? Parking lots, how many cars do we have depending on what time of day, and then hazmat notes. And you're gonna have a little hazmat here because it is a dentist's office. So that's a brief overview of kind of what we're looking for. We're gonna walk through, and hopefully when we get done, we're just gonna kind of paint a picture to what we're tying in to our emergency reporting system. This is just as much a benefit to you as a business owner as it is to us coming out to mitigate emergency. Okay, we moved out to the front lawn. I'm standing parallel with Highway 14. This is the front of the business. So we label this side, it's basically universal. This is the alpha side of the structure. So what I'm doing out here and logging my information, the alpha side has the alpha front door. To the right of the door, we've already mentioned the Knox box. That's going to be notated on here. I can see my building height, how tall it is, what kind of roof structure I have with the slopes, what type of roofing we have. We'd have metal roofing. This one is shingles. So we know that it's very easy for us to take a chainsaw to make a ventilation cut. If we have a room and content fire, we can go in, extinguish a fire. If we need to ventilate, do a vertical ventilation, it's very easy for our guys to get up on top of the structure and make that cut. Okay, moving right along. When I mentioned the alpha side, everything goes clockwise. So you have alpha side, the left side of the structure will be Bravo side from where I was standing. So the Bravo side, we look at it up and down, you know, see do we have any doors? We don't. We have windows, we'll note. But on the Bravo Charlie corner, we have a gas meter, and that's something we're going to notate. So if someone comes up and they're doing a walk around, they'll know where to find that pretty quick to secure that utility on the building. Okay, we've made it around to the Charlie side, the rear of the structure. You'll notice to my left, we have the power meter, and that's something we're going to notate. And also behind me, we have a means of egress on a door. So this door will be notated as on the Charlie Delta corner of the structure. If we need to gain access, if something's happening in the front and we have heavy fire, we can always access it from the Charlie side rear door. So if we get inside and something happens, we know we got a door on the outside. Whoever's running command can advise those units inside, hey, you've got a door, or you have multiple windows on the back that you can get out. Well, if I can see, we got the sun. It's a hot day in South Carolina. We made it to the Delta side. If you were out front, if you recall, on the Alpha side, you noticed that the porch structure was different than what we're over here. This building is actually a gable roof, which means there's two sloping planes on the same pitch on each side. So you actually have a plane here on the Alpha, and it slopes back on the Charlie. But if you also notice, it looked like I said, a one-story structure from the Alpha side. If you do your complete walk around, you notice a picture window at the top of the Delta side, and I do know that that is an office area. So if there's something that happens during the day and they can't account for someone up there, we've got to send firemen up there to search that area to make sure that area is clear. So very important for us to be very methodical in doing a walk around. We know all our sides now, Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, Delta. We know where our gas is. Our gas is on the Bravo, Charlie side. Our meter is on the Charlie, Delta side. We have a door on the Charlie side, a door on the Delta, and a door on the Alpha. So we put it all together. We know where we can get to you the quickest, and we know if something happens to one of our firemen or something goes wrong, we have a collapse, we hopefully can have a way for our firemen to get out quick as well. Okay, we made it inside. We're standing in the office area, or actually the waiting room. This will notate above me is a drop ceiling, but I do know that we're dealing with a wood frame construction above my head. So in that drop ceiling, we have our HVAC vents that's going to be noted. So in a drop ceiling, there's always something usually above it. So we do know how we have a void space there. So I'm going to take a couple pictures of the front door and our ceiling, and then we'll move on around, see if we can find anything else interesting to add to the report. Okay, I'm in the middle of the structure. My back is the Delta side, which is that far parking lot, and behind the camera is the Bravo side. To my left is where the x-rays are taken, so we have a radiation area. I'm going to actually open the door and get a quick snapshot of what we're dealing with there and notate that. But I do know that basically the way this is set up, standing here, I've realized that it's basically a big U is how we can come in the front door, go around to the back side of the structure, and then right back out. It's almost just like a big complete circle. Okay, we're standing on the Delta side of the structure. I have a spiral metal stairwell in front of me. That's going to be a booger climbing, especially with turnout gear on, air pack on. It looks scary just standing here with nothing on but regular uniform. But that was where we saw the picture window on the Delta side. That is the lounge area where they can go chill out and hide. But this was the part that was added on to. They've actually got this box labeled C. This is the C power breaker box. So that's something I'm going to notate, and we'll move along. Okay, we're playing Army golf. Delta side back to the Charlie side. This is the data room. We also have a fire alarm panel. This is something very important to notate for us for 2 o'clock in the morning. If the fire alarm goes off at a place of business, we can access it with a Knox box, come in here and shut it off, or at least find out what the problem is. And normally it's just something, a duct detector, something that's acting up, and it keeps the business owner having to come out. Like I said, we just document where it is and find it quickly. Behind me also is the A and B panel for the original side of the structure. That'll be notated well, and that's going to be in the Charlie interior data room. We're about to wrap the pre-plan up. We've been inside, we've taken multiple pictures. that you really hadn't seen me do, but like I said, we've notated some things that we need to know if we're responding out to your business. I'm here with Miss Kim. She's the office manager, and the last thing I normally do is get contact information. I mentioned earlier what time they operate from, and then we find out emergency contact when someone's not here. If we are coming out to their business, we can contact someone and say, hey, we're here, this is what we have, do you even need to respond? I mentioned the fire alarm earlier. That 2 o'clock fire alarm call probably don't want to bother you. So anyway, we'll be getting her information. People like Miss Kim is a pleasure to work with, and we try to help y'all stay straight, right?
That's exactly right.
But anyway, it takes a partnership, and that's what we're trying to do at Landrum Fire Department. Team up with our business owners to make Landrum safer.
We do appreciate it. Everything you guys do for us.
Well, and I got to come see you for a good cleaning for a long time. But anyway,
we like that.
We do appreciate y'all.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.